Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike's World. Today we're going to take a look at the Dengawa portable power station. It's essentially a big battery, a battery bank. The images of this online make it look bigger than what it is. It's not that big. This is a 250 watt and we're going to unbox this. I'm going to show you some examples of how I've used this, and then we'll come back here. I'll give you my final thoughts on this and tell you if I recommend it or not. So portable power station, battery pack. You can get a solar panel with this to charge it as well. We'll talk about that too. But before we get started, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed, like the video, leave a comment, and let's get started with the unboxing. Okay, to start out with, I will say that this box and everything, the packaging, this thing is much smaller than I was anticipating, which if it works like it's supposed to, is going to be a very good thing. So it does come in a box, it does have a carry handle. So let's just open it up and let's see what's in this box. Open it up. So the handle is on the cardboard. So, you know, if you don't use this all the time, you might want to keep this box, because I can tell there's the handle. Let's pull this out. It's got styrofoam to keep it protected. So we'll probably keep these and keep the box. There's also another box in here with this. And then the big box I can get out of the way for now and put the styrofoam in. But, you know, I plan to use this regularly, so I probably won't keep the box because I'm going to use this all the time. But you can see how big my hands are. I don't have huge hands, and it wraps all the way around. Let's take it out of the pack. This is really what you want to see. And so there you go, nice carry handle. It's got some push buttons here, little sticker on there. Oh, that must be to cover. Yeah, it's protective film. And then you can see 3/4 charge coming out of the, looks like speaker venting right there. We got looks like a fan vent right here. Portable power station. It's the model R200. DC 15 volt 2.4 amp. It says USB 9 volt 2 amp, USB 2 and 3 5 volt 3.1 max. AC output is 250 watts, 6 volt 10 amp max, 250 watt at 22.5 amp hours, 67,500 milliamp. Battery is lithium ion. This side, I know from just when I looked this up before I bought it, this is like a flashlight that turns on. And you have your AC outputs. One is grounded. You've got 4 USB, and USB 1 is the lower voltage one. Then these are 3.1. You got an input. It says input here, and this is output, so that must be with accessories. And then the buttons. So you have DC, power, that must be the light in the back, and AC. Looks pretty self-explanatory, but we will try it out and test it out soon, because I have some very good things I want to test this with coming up that are going to be great for this video. So let's try to get the box open and see what it comes with, because I know you guys are wanting to get to the using and the review and my thoughts on this thing. Got a little, so Dengawa R200. Just briefly glance at this. There's a lot of stuff here. I'll have to read all this. This is like a pretty intuitive instruction manual, so that looks good. We'll set that to the side. We get an AC power adapter. This must be to charge this. So I'm guessing should be on there, right? Under input is plug it in the wall, charge it. And I'll let you know later on how long it takes. And then there's also a car charger adapter. So that would be to plug it into your car, 12 volt, and charge it. And this is a little, we call them cigarette lighters. Nobody calls that anymore. It's your 12 volt DC like you would have in a car. And what this is, I can already tell, is there is the output. So that would plug in there. And any kind of accessory you have that plugs in here, that plugs into a normal 12-volt cigarette lighter spot could plug in here and get powered off this. So I don't know really why I would use that. I guess it's possible if you have all these are being used to plug in phones and you don't have an AC adapter and you wanted to plug in another charger, you could do 5 with this one. So, but that's what comes with it. I will tell you that you do have the option of purchasing solar panels to charge this thing. They look pretty big. I don't know. I'm not going to buy them. I'll just charge this on the wall and use it for what I need it for, because in my experience with everything solar, it takes days, if not longer, to fully charge with solar. The solar panels that come with these electronic devices these days just don't work. So that's the unboxing of the Dengawa 250 watt portable power station. Now let's get to using this thing in action. So the first use here I want to show you is I just went ahead and did a test, and I set up my switcher and my laptop being powered by the Dengawa power station. I let this run for 8 straight hours, and it only ran it down a little below 50% running both of them. Now, I did not have anything going through the switcher, but I did stream through the computer on YouTube, just watching movies or whatever, for 8 hours just to test it, because I wanted the laptop to actually pull some power to give it a real world test. It worked flawlessly. The second test I did was at a debate. I was shooting a debate, and I had a big 3-camera setup, and I was using the Dengawa power station to power the laptop and the switcher, same as I had done in the test before, because primarily what I wanted this power station for is powering that video switcher in remote situations where I don't have constant power. And it worked flawlessly. So I really think that it was a great investment to have this on hand for what I needed it for. All right, guys, so let me show you how I'm using the Dengawa power station inside my truck, the primary use for why I bought this thing. So I have a little bit of a mess here, but you have a dash camera here, you have the GoPro camera coming back on me, you got a laptop, another phone for scanner, a switcher, and all of that is getting powered by the Dengawa power station right here. So this is going to sit here in the back of the truck. It allows me to not use my inverter, and instead I can power everything through this. So if I need to stop somewhere and shut the truck off, everything else stays powered while it's plugged into this. I do have this little power strip up here, so I have my laptop plugged into here, and then I have 3 USB ports, and all this is being run back behind the seat to the power station. All right, guys, so that's a little bit of a look at the Dengawa power station as far as how I've used it. It's a pretty simple thing to use with the buttons on the front, a light on the back. You have your 2 AC inputs, you have the phone inputs, another input where you can use like a cigarette lighter adapter, 12 volt, and then of course you have the fan on the back. Overall, I'll give this a grade of a B. It worked for me. It was great for what I needed it for. It did work. There was a time when I went out live streaming all night where I had the laptop plugged in and the switcher for about 5 hours, and this thing actually ran completely dead. I don't know if it was a bad charge or what happened. It did go dead faster than I expected it to. Every other time I've used it, it has worked flawlessly. It's perfect for camping, perfect to keep in your vehicle for emergencies, recharge your phones, run your laptop, a light or something off of this. There's a whole lot of uses for this, and because of its compact size, it's very, very useful to keep on hand for emergencies. Now, one thing I will say about this though, you know, they try to sell you on the option of the solar panel to charge this thing. I would skip that. It's a waste of money. It's not that powerful. This thing takes about 6 hours. If it's completely dead, it takes about 7 hours to fully charge it. If you use a solar panel, I mean, it could take a day, days, if you know, to charge this thing. The solar panel technology, it's really kind of a gimmick. It doesn't work that well. But the battery bank itself, 250 watt, more than enough power for what you would need it for. I keep this in my truck all the time. I've been using it a lot, and I do recommend it. But it's the only one little downside, other than the solar panels, is every once in a while it doesn't want to turn on, and it's a weird thing. You can hit the button, see it powered on there, but sometimes when you hit the AC button, it just powered on, or the DC button, it's working that fine. Now, every once in a while it doesn't want to come on, and you just have to kind of cycle through the power to get it to work. I don't know why, but I've seen some other complaints online about that as well. For me, other than one time where I had to kind of hit the buttons several times to get it on to work, other than that, it's worked flawlessly for me. So I would recommend picking one of these up. They're pretty inexpensive given what how well they are and for using them in situations. The current situation with people with the hurricane and everything, I mean, having one of these on hand would have been great for them. If you have a power outage, things like, it's not going to power an appliance. It's not going to power, you know, huge refrigerator. It might power a box fan if it's hot. It won't power like a space heater or anything, but it will charge your phones multiple times. A radio, things like that, charger radio. So again, I do like these. I do recommend these, and you can pick these up in the description. I have a link to pick one of these up on Amazon. And so I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, like the video, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Take care.